Hey, Alex here. So, some things we got to go over tonight. Releases on quarterbacks and how important is Rodgers' release. The Garoppolo card that we're getting here. One more flashback that's teased with a couple other that we don't know on the way tomorrow. We got to talk about Mutt and where it's going forward. Series 5, we're going to touch on that very briefly too, but most of the video will be framed around the releases of quarterbacks. I do want to go with the news of the hour right now, which is Garoppolo. A lot of you like, oh, 94 throw power, no gunslinger on a field general, but wait, bailed out. The power up for 95. So, Hot Rod Master, field general, gunslinger, Garoppolo GOAT is back to claim his title as the best quarterback in the game, in the NFL, in Mutt. And there you go. Good looking and got gunslinger. This son of a bitch has got it all. That's all I can tell you on Jimmy. Solid card, looks like. We're getting a lot. We got like, a half dozen amazing quarterback cards in the last week after only having like Gannon for the longest time as the hot route gunslinger. Weird, dude. They're flooding us right now. Blake Martinez. So quarterback releases, right? There's been a lot of discussion about like how good is Aaron Rodgers versus the other guys that came out. Tom Brady, you saw my lineup. We have the other honors guys, the Josh Allen, the Herbert, the Alex Smith. But I do want to talk about Aaron Rodgers, right? He is going for quite the Rodgers rate right now. I was hoping he's going to dip down a little bit more on his second day. I saw some people were buying for around 2.1, 2.7 still where he's at. We might get that power pass on Friday, which is 97 overall, which would be really cool if EA gave us 97 Rodgers so people can use the power up pass on him. And have them instead of making them 98 overall and not allowing us to get them. But you guys' choice. Buy him tonight. If we don't get a power-up pass, you've made a great investment. If we do, whatever. You get them anyways. So, releases. If you guys recall any of past Gut Fox videos where I did throw release and gunslinger testing, this one's Favre right here. I did Phillip Rivers and Gannon and those guys against each other. I did it. You see how Phillip Rivers has a quicker deep release than Gannon? Well, I did the same thing, and let me load it up for you guys so I can kind of show you a breakdown of Cunningham and Rodgers' throw motions. Sorry, I should have got it done beforehand, but basically, this is kind of like Foxception here. So you just got to give me a second because, this guy, let's poke him in the eye. Okay, so enough of that shenanigans. We're nothing but rock bottom coins here. Rock bottom coins is the #1 place to get your Madden 21 coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to rock bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 15% off. Alright, so let me bring you guys over to try and show you a little bit of what I'm talking about with throw motions on Cunningham and Rodgers. Okay, so we have right here, once I bring you there, all right, this is Cunningham, okay? So let's look at what throw he's making. He is making a short, let's actually do it a little better, like, okay? Let's do it like this, sorry, I could have done a little bit better here. Okay. So, Cunningham. What do we got, bud? We have you throwing a ball short and to the right. And I want to show, it's kind of like it's actually a medium right route. Here's a deep left route, right? So we're going to do a medium right, deep left for throw motions for him. Rodgers, same medium right, deep left. Okay, and then I have a couple other passes from Cunningham that they're taken from in-game. Didn't really notice anything difference, in actual weekend league versus what I did in the solo test. So let's count it out. This is for your benefit, not mine, because I've already done this on my own. But all right, let's count out the frames. Right there is where he starts. You see how he gets that flinch, which means I've pressed the button. That flinch is 1. I mean, because like this is kind of steady. Then boom, 1 flinch. All right, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 11, and then the ball's out. Sorry, I cut it. 11 frames, okay? 12th frame and it's out. I'm sorry, I'm a bad person for cutting that a little early, but I guess I can show the 12th frame if you want. 12th frame, it's out. All right, whatever. Anyways, this one. This is the deep long one. So, button press. You see how this flinch right here? That's frame 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. 21 frames for a deep left, which is the longest throw for a right-handed quarterback in the game because they got to like turn around and throw it. So 21 frames right there for him. Oh, you guys kind of see my notepad already. I brought it up. Kind of long, right? That is right around the same lines as Gannon for deep for Cunningham. So I'm a little sad on that, right? Deep left is super long. Do you see how he really winds up? He really gets back and gets behind it. Now short middle, short side, that's all fine, right? Because Cunningham's sideline is the same as Gannon, the same as Rivers' sideline. Everything short, it's very similar, right? It's the long ones that we're really looking for. Now, if you recall from previous testing, from like this one where I had Brett Favre, and we saw him do these tests, he came out and did really well. Now we know Rodgers and Favre have very similar throw motions, at the exact same throw motion, okay? So now let's test out Rodgers. I'll go over the final rates at the end. So, I think this is the first flinch. See how the hands are moving? Hands move. That's what I'm looking for, is really a hands move. You could argue this is kind of similar, but I think because I'm pass leading right, I hit the pass lead before I throw the button. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-ish. Yeah, 10 is kind of out of the hands, okay? So if you recall, Cunningham was 12. Now, both these guys are gunslinger, remember? Cunningham was 12, Rodgers is 10. 2 frames difference between Cunningham and Rodgers. Now, is that worth the difference in like a million speed between the two? That's up to you. Now, here is the same throw with Rodgers deep left. Let's do the same thing. All right. So, there's the first flinch. So, that's 1 frame. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's gone. Now, for those ones who remember, Cunningham was 21. 4 frames difference. Now, this frames are at 30 frames per second. Do the math. It's like a 1/10 of a second, right? That's kind of crazy. It's a little bit more than that. 4 frames difference between Rodgers and Cunningham. Is it worth the actual like 13 speed difference that you can get better with Cunningham? That's on you. If you like to scramble, I can see the argument, but that's kind of a bit deep. That is quite a bit of frame differences between Rodgers and Cunningham deep left. Now, if you recall me going back, I can show off the notepad of all of them together. Yeah, there it is. It popped up. All right, so if you remember, I did Rivers, Gannon, Favre. Now, this was a middle streak. Gannon and Rivers were also middle streaks instead of deep sideline left, so that's why Cunningham looks so bad in comparison. Really deep middle for Rodgers would be the 14, same as Favre, right? So that's the difference between these guys. It's a bit, right? So I just want to make that clear. Rodgers is actually 14 frames middle versus 17 versus 19 for these guys, and 10 to 11 just like Favre. But I did deep left. Whoops, those are my other notes. I did deep left for Cunningham and Rodgers, but Cunningham looks like he's got very similar releases as like Rivers and Gannon. Probably more towards Gannon with this kind of deep. Also, I did test Cunningham short left, and he was 10 frames. Like short passes get out quicker than medium passes, just FYI. So there's different animations for different length of the ball. EA came out and said this before last year's game, and it does hold true. The further the ball goes, the longer your windup takes. So I'm sorry, it's like some nerdy stuff. I don't know how many people care about this testing, but I kind of wanted to go through it to show you the actual differences between if you need to make those long left sideline throws, Rodgers and Cunningham. That's really the difference between the two cards. So is that worth 2.69 million coins versus if you take a look at, say, someone like Cunningham, who are the same overall. 814, so it's like a third of the price and significantly faster than Rodgers. 11 speed right here. Is it worth it? That's on you. If you like to scramble, maybe not. If you like to stay in the pocket, still a lot of coins. Still a lot. We might get that 97 power up pass, so I'll probably end up buying them tonight. But that's it for the video. Hopefully flashbacks tomorrow bring some more heat. And that's it. Hope you liked it. If you liked the testing, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Otherwise, please subscribe. It's free. It's free to subscribe. Get the greatest content ever. Woo!